and welcome back. A new travel streaming device. Yeah, wanted to show you guys something actually that's pretty neat. I'm pretty excited about, and I've been testing this thing for quite a while now. This is the HD5, the dongle. We have reviewed the 32 gig. This is the 16 gig, and pretty nice. If you guys are brand new to the channel, make sure you guys do consider subscribing. Leave me a comment below if you guys have tested any of the BuzzTV products. And also, if you guys are interested in this one, shoot me an email, rohasentertainment@gmail.com. My email is always in the description below. And I have links with coupon codes. That way you guys can get the best deal possible. Okay, real quick. It has a USB-C port. USB-C power port. This is what it's using to power up the device. We don't see USB-C. We see some kind of AV port or some kind of power supply port, micro. We never see USB-C. These guys are stepping up their game. You have your, what is this, USB. You have your Ethernet and some reset button there if you need it. The HDMI cable is built in. Pretty nice, pretty neat. Now you do get a power supply, the actual cable, the remote, the batteries. This remote is good. The only thing I don't like is this thing right here. It just feels too smooth. Like I like if you got fat fingers, you know, sometimes we push both buttons at the same time. But yeah, so that's the only thing I don't like. Now, when you do turn on BuzzTV for the first time, you're gonna go through the initial setup. Follow the on-screen instructions. First thing it's gonna say is sync the remote. If you have any issues with the remote, I always say take out the batteries, plug it back in, hit the power button, and see if you're able to sync it. It's usually like the center OK button and the home button. You just hold it for like a few seconds till the light starts blinking, and then you're good to go. After that, language, Wi-Fi settings, basic. Okay, first things first. Everybody always wants to ask, what is this thing at the top? Live TV, VOD, PVR, EPG. BuzzTV does not have live TV. You have to get that from your provider. Whoever it is that you're getting it, that's where you get it. Now, if you got a Mac server, XC, which is Extreme Codes, or M3U list, this is where you want to go. If you have one of these, just come down here, hit add. You could add multiple ports. Portal name, call it whatever, red, blue, green, black, peanut butter and jelly, whatever it is. Portal URL, username, password, this is what's given to you. Those three boxes is what's given to you. That's how you connect. So keep that in mind when you do that. As far as all apps, what comes in the box? You get App Installer, Aptoide TV, BuzzTV OTA, which is important, BuzzTV Smart Remote, another important one, Google Play Store, Files, File Browser, Disney Plus, which you need a subscription, Chrome, Netflix, you also need a subscription, TeamViewer, Settings, and YouTube. We're going to check out YouTube real quick to test out the 4K quality. And I got to tell you guys, the 4K quality is absolutely real. We're going to come here, and we're going to search Rohas, and this is the Rohas Tech channel. I do have the Rohas Streaming Tech if you're not familiar with that one. That one gives you a little bit more details on some of these devices. I got the Streaming Tech, and then I have the Travel channel. Now, the Travel channel, if you guys have not heard about this one's pretty good. I got a lot of really cool places that I've been to, so make sure you guys do check it out. This is a 4K video. Watch this. Look at the quality on this thing. So smooth. Now, I like to come here and just check out the settings just because I want to be sure it is pulling it up in 4K. So quality right now, it's saying 4K quality. So that's pretty good. The next thing I like to do is I like to come here and just kind of like fast forward a little bit just to see how much it takes to see the loading. How long does it take to load, to buffer when it's running in 4K? And look at the quality on this thing. This thing is running amazing. Look how clean and clear that looks. Yeah, anything with this device when it comes to 4K, amazing. Okay, let's come out and let's verify the codecs. So let's come down here to IDA64. Great app. System. It's using Amlogic chipset, advertises 16 gigs on this device, but you're left with a little bit over 10, almost 10 and a half gigs of internal storage. You do have 2 gigs of RAM, great stuff. CPU, it is using a quad-core ARM Cortex A35, good stuff there. Display, it's going to pull full resolution. My display card is at 1080p, so it's going to pull 1920 by 1080. GPU, Very popular. Mali G31. Great stuff there. Android version 11. API level is at 30. The device is not rooted. Doesn't really matter because you could pretty much add whatever you want. As far as your codecs goes, you have your audio codecs, and it shows decoder and encoder here. It looks like it's quadruplets, but it's C2 OMX decoder, C2 OMX encoder. So you got LATM, 3GPP, AMR, FLOC, ALA, MLA, MPEG, Opus, RAW, and Vorbis. Great stuff. As far as your video decoders go, you have a lot of video, awesome decoders, which is great. You got AVO1, AVC, AVS, AVS2, HEVC, MPEG-2, RM10, 20, 30, 40, VMV1, 2, 3, AVC, 3GBP, H263, H264, VP8, VP9. Like, you want it, you got it. Everything is there. Now, the thing that I do like is when you're scrolling through, it doesn't just stop here at the plus. It kind of carousels right back, which is good. If you do hit that plus button, you could actually add or take away certain things. So if you like Netflix, hit yes. Hit the back button, boom, there it is. If you long hold it, you could move it to the position that you want. Long hold it, you could remove shortcut. You don't have to hit that plus sign. So pretty cool. You could also uninstall it directly from here. Down here at the bottom, this scrolls through all the apps. And it looks like it's from A to Z. So if you have like 100 apps, there you go. Good stuff. Now, when it comes to Google Chrome, if you do download anything, I like to go to APK Pure. That's how I got my IDA 64. Really good stuff. This remote does have a mouse button. So if I do click on this, this mouse is super squirrely, and I mean super squirrely. Once you download it, you're going to come all the way up here and click on this little the red arrow button. Now, for some reason, it did escape out of my mouse, and that's kind of why with this remote, I'm not a huge fan of it, because sometimes it does kick you out. But here it is, downloads. Click on it. If it's going to exist here, this is where it's going to exist. I already have it, so it's not going to be there. Now, once you have the app already, or once you have the file already there, you go to App Installer, local disk, and it's going to be here. You click on it, install, done. I would go back to Chrome, back to that downloads folder, and then delete the file. The file is gone, but I still have the app. Those are two separate things. The file is to install the app. Once you have the app, you no longer need the file. BuzzTV OTA, very important. I mentioned this earlier. This is how you check your updates. Click on this. It's going to scan. Notice right here at the top says your system's up to date. Cool. Back up. BuzzTV Smart Remote. If you come here, everything about this remote, that's where you're going to want to do it. Look, if you come down, backlight on. If I click on that, and then I click again, there's a backlight for this thing now. If I want it off to save batteries, there you go. Remember, when it is on, it will drain the batteries a little bit faster. Set up color keys. These are these color keys right here. If you're just like, hey, red, I want it to be, I don't know, Disney Plus. I want it to be Netflix. I want it to be YouTube, whatever it is. You set it up, and every time you hit that button, boom, it's going to open up the app, which is great. I love that they can map it like that. I wish every remote had something like that, so you can do it. And I wish you could sync every remote to whatever device you want. It just makes sense. Okay, at the very, very, very top, you got your settings. Your settings here, this has everything that you're going to want to know. So your apps, your device preferences, remotes. If you want to add more, you could add accessories. You could add more remotes. Device preferences, about, date, time. Your about's going to be where you could factory reset it, just in case you're wondering. For your display and sound, this is where you can mess with the screen resolution. If you don't know what you're doing, just leave this on auto. It'll pick the best solution possible. Okay. You got screensaver, storage, energy saver, location. You could restart it. This is not reset. This is just restarting your device. And then you got more settings here, which goes into your power key function, stuff like that. Pretty simple. They do have BuzzTV utilities, and I've covered this a lot of times. Home screen, BuzzTV Modern. If you don't like this home screen, and if you want something a little bit bigger, go to BuzzTV Media Player 2. This one's really good because it gives you big buttons. It just looks all apps, BuzzTV. It tells you exactly what it is, nice and big. And then if you're like, no, I really like the other one, just go to BuzzTV utilities again, home screen, and back to modern. But you could test the rest of them out and see which ones you like. But pretty good stuff. Let me know what you guys think. I try to get you guys here all the latest and greatest stuff. This device is like, it's a beast. It's a beast. For this being such a small device, you could easily travel with it. I love to take something when I travel, just in case I'm stuck at the hotel and I don't want to go out. I could just log into this and I'm done. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys appreciated today's episode. As always, you guys take care of each other, and I'll see you guys in the next one.